Today I will be reading the story Sally Jean the Bicycle Queen, written by Cari and illustrated by Christine Devanier. And I will share ideas you could do as a family to work toward things that bring you joy. I'm Bev Doll from the Wisconsin-Madison Division of Extension, and I welcome you to UW Money as You Grow book read. The key ideas in today's story include problem solving, earning, and self-control. So what do you think the story is about? If you thought about a young girl who loves her bike, you would be right. Have you ever ridden a bicycle? During the story, Sally has to learn to wait and come up with ways to problem solve when there isn't enough money. So let's begin. Sally Jean the Bicycle Queen. When Sally Jean Sprocket was 1 year old, she sat in a seat on Mama's bike and watched the world go by. Flowers and trees, pigeons and kites, helicopters and clouds in the round of Mama's back. "Hi," she said to all the big kids on their bikes. When Sally Jean turned 2, Granny got her a tricycle with streamers that switched and a horn that went unk unk. She watched ants and spiders, caterpillars and bees, and 2 blue knees that pumped up and down. "Hi," she said to the big kids on their bikes. When she turned 4 and Papa found her a yard sale bike with 2 small wheels that hugged the ground, Sally Jean watched baby carriages and lawnmowers, squirrels and poodles and pedals with reflectors that went round and round. "Hi," she said to the big kids on their bikes. When she was 5, the wheels came off and Mama held on while Sally Jean wobbled and then learned to pedal fast. Soon Mama let go and Sally Jean was off. "Wait for me," she called to the big kids on their bikes. Sally Jean practiced going up the hill and she practiced coming down. She zoomed across fields and boomed over bridges, cut sharp corners and skidded when she stopped. Her fingers knew their places on the handlebars and her feet fit the pedals like 2 snapped together blocks. Sally Jean and her bike became such good friends that she named it Flash. "I can't just call you Bike," she said, and then she sang. "I'm a plane, I'm a train, I'm a girl on a horse. I'm Sally Jean the Bicycle Queen, and my bike is Flash, of course." Then she was 6, and Flash's seat needed raising. Mama showed her what to do with the push and a pull and the hit of a hammer. "You're growing like a dandelion in spring," she said as Sally Jean watched, and soon Sally Jean was singing. "I can pop a wheelie, I can touch the sky, I can pedal backwards, I can really fly. I'm Sally Jean the Bicycle Queen, just me, myself, and I." When Sally Jean turned 7, the handlebars needed raising. Papa showed her what to do with a left and a right and the twist of his wrench. Sally Jean liked the way she and Flash got bigger together. Sally Jean sang while she washed the wheels and she sang while she shined the spokes. Sally Jean was so busy singing that she never noticed how big she was growing. And by the time she turned 8, her knees bumped the handlebars and her shoes scraped the ground. She had to walk Flash up the hill for the very first time. Sally Jean tried to raise Flash's seat. She tried to raise the handlebars, but there was no more room for raising. "What do I do now?" she asked. "You can ride my bike when I'm at my trumpet lessons," said Stanley. "You can sit while I pedal," said Andrew the giant. "You can pedal while I sit," said Murray. "No thanks," Sally Jean said. "A bicycle queen needs to have her own bike." Sally Jean tried skating places, but she always fell. She hopped and she skipped and she jumped and she ran, but nothing felt as good as riding. "I just have to get another bike," she said. "I wish I could help," said Papa, who needed new eyeglasses. "Wait till next year," said Mama, who had to pay the dentist. But Sally Jean couldn't wait. "What do I do now?" she asked. Her neighbor, Mr. Metal, had an idea. "I could sure use your help in my yard," he said, "and I do have a lot of things that you might like for your new bike." So every day after school, Sally Jean helped Mr. Metal organize his junk. And when she was finished, she chose a basket and a light and a can of sparkly paint. But as she sat on the steps in front of her house and watched little kids and big kids and all kinds of bikes, Sally Jean wondered how she would ever have a bike of her own. "What do I do now?" she asked. "Fix my flat," said Murray. "I can do that," said Sally Jean. Then she thought about what else she could do. The very first day, Sally Jean put up a sign. "Pedal pushers everywhere, have fun. Learn to fix your own bike. Reasonable rates. See Sally Jean, the BQ." And before long, she was in business. By the end of summer, she'd earned only enough money for 2 measly tires. "What do I do now?" Sally Jean wondered. She sat in a tree and looked all around and saw blue jays and sparrows, woodpeckers and crows, and some rusty old wheels she'd never noticed before. She saw buses and trucks, motorcycles and cars, and some rusty old pedals she couldn't ignore. "The bicycle queen has an idea," she said, jumping down. But Sally Jean's heart sank as she spun the floppy pedals and felt the dried out tires. She sat there for a long time, and then she started singing. "I cycle, you cycle, we cycle junk. That's my girl," said Mr. Meadow with a big smile. Her friends didn't smile when they saw what she was carrying. "That thing's ready for the dump," said Stanley. "What a hunk of junk," said Andrew the giant. "It's all broken," said Murray. But Sally Jean said, "Have no fear, the bicycle queen is here." At first, everything looked hopeless, but Sally Jean rolled up her sleeves anyway and got to work. And every afternoon after that, she worked a little more, and a little more, and a little more, until finally she had a bike. Sally Jean even gave her new bike a new name, Lightning. "I can't just call you Bike," she said. But something didn't feel right until Sally Jean figured out what it was and fixed that too. "I'm a plane, I'm a train, I'm a boy on a horse, and I'm Murray Bing, the bicycle king, and my bike is Flash, of course." She gave her old bike to her young friend, Murray. And at last, Sally Jean felt like singing again. "I can ride and whistle, I can fix a flat. I can race a red bird, I'm faster than a cat. I'm Sally Jean, the bicycle queen. What do you think of that?" So what do you think of Sally Jean's solutions? What are some skills that Sally learned along the way? Now, as a family, here are some questions to talk about. You may want to pause the video after each question to discuss with one another. What kinds of things did Sally Jean see when she rode a bike around her neighborhood? What happened when Sally Jean grew too big for her bicycle? Have you ever gotten too big to use a favorite toy? Why is it hard for Sally Jean to wait? Have you ever had to wait for something you really wanted? What does waiting feel like? Now, Sally Jean knows how to work with tools and make a bike, but not everyone can do that. If you wanted something, what may you be able to do to help get what you wanted? Think about your family. Are there times when your family has to make choices? Sometimes we have to find out what works best for us and take action to make things better. Sometimes we can't have what we want right away. And sometimes choosing not to spend money can actually be a good thing. So share a time when you were able to wait. How were you able to do that? Is there something your family wants, but you may have to wait for? Could you draw a picture and post it on the refrigerator? What could you do to work towards it? Could you use a calendar to track the time to wait till maybe a special time or a holiday? Thanks for reading with me. We hope you'll join us next time for another UW Money As You Go book read. Thank you.